Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
So today's just checking in to see how things are going since our last session.
Yeah.
Before we get started, as you know, I just have to talk about confidentiality and duty to report.
Sure.
Just so you know, anything that you say stays in this room. But if you talk about anything about hurting yourself or hurting others or sexual abuse or anything like that nature, then I have to report. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Perfect. So I'm going to start our session with a smudge. So I'm going to do it. If you'd like to partake, you're more than welcome to, but don't feel that you have to.
Okay, thanks.
Would you like to as well?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thanks.
So,
So let's start off. How have things been since your last session?
they've been pretty good, I guess. I feel less stressed out than I did last time.
That's good. That's good. So are you still? I've talked to your teachers and I've talked to Mr. Price. He says he's seen you. He's seen you at the odd basketball practice, which is good.
Yeah.
And your teachers say they really haven't heard from you yet, but they want to work with you
Okay.
on your schoolwork.
Yeah.
So how are things going then?
They're going okay. Like, I feel like my grades are a bit better.
Yeah.
They're not where they were before.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what they're bothered by.
Yeah. I think we all want to see you successful, and we all want to work together.
Yeah.
That. So how are things at home?
Good.
Your mom and your brother.
She's going to treatment less often now than she was
Okay.
at Christmas time.
Okay.
So that's kind of nice,
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
Is that taking some of the burden off you then, with your brother?
Yeah, some, like, she's not feeling well all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but at least she's, like, home more often now and stuff.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That's really great to hear,
Yeah.
Crystal. Let me just take a look at this. I have some notes from Mr. Price here. So, from what I'm hearing, one of the issues we're still struggling with is some self-care and some issues with your academics, with your grades.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I just feel like it's really hard for me to, like, catch up on the old assignments when I still have, like, more recent assignments that need to be done too.
Okay.
Like, it's just hard to find that time.
Yeah, definitely. So why don't we come up with some goals that we can both work on together?
Okay.
Come up with an action plan so that we can, by the end of the year, we can see those grades up.
Okay.
And then that's less stress on you, right? Does that sound like something you'd like to do?
Yeah, I just don't know what that would look like.
Okay, well, that's why we'll we'll look at that together.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Sounds perfect.
It's not scary. Okay, so let me see here. So we'll start off with something easy.
Okay.
So, Mr. Price says you show a lot of promise with your basketball. You seem to really enjoy it when you're there.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, Mr. Price has mentioned something about an inner city basketball camp this summer.
Oh, interesting.
That he thinks that you'd be a prime candidate for. It's 2 weeks, but it's during the day, so it's like going to school. You'd go during the day and you'd come home.
Okay.
But the one thing is we need to make sure that you're going to at least one practice a week, and I think we've talked about that in the past. Doesn't mean you have to go to games, but at least that's something we can work towards, is you going to that camp this summer,
Okay.
and that you can work on your self-care over the summertime. How does that sound?
Yeah, no, that sounds good. I'd obviously have to talk to my mom.
Oh, yeah.
about it.
What I can do is he gave me the brochure about the camp. You can take that home with you.
Thank you.
And look over it with your mom. But I think maybe just to start, why don't we write down a goal that over our sessions, so from now until June when the school's done,
Okay.
that you attend at least one basketball practice per week until the end of the year.
Yeah, that sounds doable.
Does that sound doable for
Yeah.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one basketball practice a week. Okay, and so those grades
Yeah.
and your attendance. So I've talked to your teachers, and there is an online format to get you to catch up with some of your work, and that way you could be at home.
Would it still be the same amount of work?
It would be the same work that you're doing in class, but you'd have the option to do it online.
Okay.
What we can do as well is we can make your final exam weighted differently to make up for the work you've already missed.
Okay, that'd be good.
So what we'd like to do is set up a meeting with you and your teachers to discuss that.
Okay.
But if you're not comfortable about going to that yourself. So I see with just your body language, you're having a little anxiety about going to talk to your teachers about your grades and an alternative education
I just feel like
plan.
they're annoyed with me already.
Okay, well why don't we rehearse some of the steps and some of the things that meeting could look like.
Okay.
So maybe it'll bring, just knowing what the possible outcomes would be, then you'll have a little bit less anxiety about approaching your teachers. How does that sound?
That's pretty good.
Okay, so first of all, you go and approach one of your teachers.
Okay.
What teacher do you want to use for your?
We can use my history teacher, Mrs. Bull. Sorry, I couldn't even think of what's the last name? I don't know.
Okay. So so we'll use Mrs. Bull as an example.
Yeah.
So you'd approach Mrs. Bull after class one day, and you'd ask her, tell her that you want to talk to her about the catching up in your classes and making up some of that work, and ask if she wants to meet after class or if there's another time that she'd like to meet.
Okay.
That doesn't seem too scary, does it?
No. But what if she's like, it's already April and you're just coming to me now?
Because I've already spoken to your teachers, I can assure you that that's not going to be the case.
Okay.
That we're all here, we're all worried about you, and we're all here to make sure that you're successful because we know what type of student you are, Katie. You're a very good student.
Thanks.
So you ask her and you set up a meeting, right?
Yeah.
And then what I would suggest is before the meeting is jot down some ideas of things that would help you be successful. Okay? So that you can bring that to Mrs. Bull, right?
Okay.
And in the meeting, you sit down and you ask about online classes to catch up in your work. If emailing your assignments in is a possibility. Mrs. Bull uses PowerPoint, correct, for her lectures?
I think so.
Yeah. So even if she can email you the PowerPoint presentations, so you can stay caught up.
Okay.
I've already discussed with her, with all your teachers actually, the idea of making the overall weight of your final exam a little bit higher to make up for some of that missed work.
Okay.
But even bringing that up with her, just so she can outline what that'll look like for you.
Okay, yeah. It'll be nice to not have to worry about those old assignments.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're really not comfortable, I have no problem going to you to this meeting.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay? Does that feel a little bit better after you're talking about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, so we've talked about some goals that we're going to work on, right? So, can you reiterate what those goals are, just so I know you have an understanding of that?
So I'm going to talk to my mom about the basketball camp and give her that brochure.
Yeah.
Attend one basketball session a week.
Yeah.
I'll try to get in contact with my teachers and make meetings with them.
Oh, perfect. And I'll follow up with your teachers. For me, what I'll do is I'll follow up with your teachers about those meetings.
Okay.
Just so you're a little bit more comfortable. We're all on the same page. And I'm also going to talk to Mr. Price to see if there's referrals or anything that needs to be made for that camp.
Okay.
Or if there's anything that we can do to make sure that you're successful.
Okay. Does it cost money?
No, it's because it's done through the city. There's bursaries for that.
Oh, cool.
So there won't be a cost for you.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Good.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about today?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, so just so we're gonna work on those steps,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna meet back here in a week.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll see you in a week.
Cool.
Hi, Katie.
Hey.
So it's been a couple sessions. So we're just in today to talk about how those goals are going,
Mm-hmm.
and how things are working out, how the meetings went. Because I know I went to a couple of them, but I didn't go to all of them. So do you want to start there?
Yeah, they seem to be going pretty well. I got the email back from that basketball camp, and
Yeah.
I have a position there, so that's pretty exciting.
Oh, that's so awesome,
Yeah,
Katie.
I'm looking forward to that.
I think that was going to be so good for you.
Yeah, I actually know a couple people that are going to.
See, and then you'll have some friends there this summer. See, that's going to be perfect.
Yeah, that'll be nice. So I'm looking forward to that.
And how's class going?
It's going good. Like, I asked my teachers to give me like updates on where I'm at, because like the report cards don't come out until next week.
Mm-hmm.
So like I wanted to know where I'm at before my mom gets the
Yeah.
report card. And like my marks went back up. Like they're not where they were like last year maybe, but they seem to be at a place where like I'm comfortable with them for now.
And that's just something that you can work towards for next year. Next year's a brand new year, right?
Yeah.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
So everything with the meetings went well?
Yeah, I think so. Like they weren't the ones that you were there at were
Yeah.
pretty good. Like I think they went well. And then I had the two meetings with like the two teachers that I'm like more comfortable with anyways.
Yeah.
So they went pretty good.
And
Like, they're pretty understanding.
So you've been emailing your stuff in,
Some of it.
and so
Some of it I try to hand in like when I see the teacher.
perfect.
Yeah.
And how is studying for your exams going?
Good. Like because they're weighted a bit heavier.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit more stressful, but I think that they're pretty easy anyways.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm really glad to hear that those goals are going so well.
Yeah. One of my final exams is worth like 30%.
Wow.
That's a lot.
How do you feel about that?
It's a little bit stressful, but if I like get a good mark on that one, that will increase my grades quite a bit.
Okay. So I can definitely sense that your anxiety level and your demeanor, even since our last session, has definitely changed.
Mm-hmm.
Things seem to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
And how are things at home?
Good. Like I'm looking forward to summer break and having some time with like my little brother, so I take him out and stuff, because we've both been pretty squirrely over winter and that.
Yeah, that'll definitely be good.
Yeah.
So we know we only have a couple weeks left until the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we only have about two sessions left.
Okay.
How does that make you feel?
Good. Like I'm glad with the progress that we made.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so am I. I think we're really making some great progress here.
Cool.
I think what we'll do is we'll make our final appointment for after you write your exams.
Okay.
And then we'll have your marks, and then we'll
Yeah.
know where
Okay.
things sit with that.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy to see how well you're progressing from when you first came into my office this year to where we're at right now.
Thanks.
But yeah, so
cool.
So like yes, our counseling relationship will be coming to an end soon, but I think you're a really strong girl, and I think we've got a lot of stuff in place for this summer as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
We're in our last session.
Crazy.
That is insane, isn't it?
That's so fast.
So fast. And you've done your exams, and we're at the last session. We're at summer break.
Crazy.
So how do you feel?
It's been a crazy year. Yeah. I feel good to have it kind of behind me.
Well, definitely from when you came in and we were trying to figure out how to fix things with your grades and with basketball and everything with your mom and your little brother, to look how far you've come now.
I know. Yeah.
So we've gone through those goals. We had goals of bringing up your grades and having that alternative education plan, as well as going to basketball camp this summer.
Yeah.
So you've been going to practice regularly. Mr. Price even said that you've been to a couple extra practices during the week, prepping for camp.
Yeah, it's nice.
So that's really great to hear. So you're going to camp, and I got your exam marks. Have you seen them yet?
Yeah, I saw them online.
I think from where you came, you did so well in those exams. You should be so proud of yourself.
Oh, thank you.
So, as you know, this is the end of the year, so we're coming to a close with our relationship.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing that you can think back of our work together that pops out in your head?
Well, I really like that I could feel like less stressed the more that we like moved through everything, because like in the beginning I felt really stressed, and like even just the idea of doing like having those conversations and doing that work, like that really stressed me out. But then once I got like into actually doing everything, it became less stressful.
Well, you definitely yourself, I'm even so proud of to see how far you've come in this short amount of time. Like your self-esteem, you seem like a more confident young woman, and that's really great to see.
Thank you.
You seem to be back to your old self again.
I hope so.
There.
Yeah.
So we're coming to a close, but I am, like I said, I'm so proud to see how far you've come, and we're going to work towards bringing those grades up again next year.
Yeah.
Next year, September's a fresh slate.
Yeah.
And I know you can do it.
Thanks.
So I know you've been going to see the elders and stuff.
Yeah.
And ceremonies. Has that been helping you?
Yeah, it's been nice. My mom's been like coming to them too now that she feels like better, so that's nice.
Okay. Well, I know there's during the summer, because the school's shutting down for the summer holiday. But if your family would like to continue that, I know that at the Indian Friendship Center that they have different ceremonies and feasts and such during this summer. So if you wanted or your mom to get in touch with them, I'm sure you could go to ceremony there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Perfect. So like I said, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
And everything you've done.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions before
no,
we close out?
Just thanks for your help, and like even though I wasn't the one that came to you for help, but like I appreciate you helping me out and getting me back on track.
You definitely have a lot of people in your corner, so don't forget that, okay?
Thank you.
And like I said, if you in September when you come back, if you just need to check in, I'm more than happy to, okay?
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.